Kath Upanishad, chapter number 1, valli number 1, and shlok number 16. Before this verse number 16, we have discussed 15 shlokas of this Kath Upanishad as well. And here continuously, both of us together are trying to understand that the mythological version or the fictional world of the Lord Yamadev and Nachiketa. How this story is taking us together on a journey which is making us plethora of changes, which is making us a lot of internal changes through which we are trying to understand what is happening there, what is happening here, and what is the whole system of happening. From the functional point of view, the story which we are discussing, this is a part of the Indian philosophical school of thought, and within that, the subsection which it follows, that follows the Astic school of thought. Because this story follows that it is a subsequent part of the Advaita philosophy, means it is a part of the Astic school of thought in Indian philosophy. That's why when we are discussing it at very first stage, we cleared it with the question that whether we are discussing the fictional world or the non-fictional world. We also had understood that whether it is a smriti or a shruti. So we had well said already that this is a part of shruti. Shruti is differentiated from smritis on the basis of one thing, that these are the direct, well experience of the sages in the Rig Vedic period. Those sages and the Rishi Munis had experienced these things internally in the stage of higher meditation, in the stage of when they were searching for the truth. From all those experiences, they extracted the truth, and that truth is they tried to put it down in the form of few symbols or varnas or language, and that whole set of knowledge is called as Shruti. While Smriti, we had understood it also that Smriti is something that is more useful to the society rather than more pure to the society. Means the Shruti and Smriti are differentiated. Shruti is exactly what is, and Smriti is exactly what ought to be. Smriti means what is good for the society, what society wants to hear, what needs to be listened by everyone, what is social. While Shruti is something concrete, something truth, something core, which can't be changed. Whether you like it or not like it, Shruti does not change. But Smriti could make some changes on the basis of your liking. If you do not like it, tomorrow there can be new subsection could be added to the Smritis and you can enjoy it there. So here, from this point of view, we are discussing it. We are discussing a fictional world, and that fictional world is related to the non-fictional part of our well-being, of our understanding. So we need to make a connection between the fictional and the non-fictional world. Like in this story of the Kathopanishad, we are discussing the story of young Nachiketa and his father. Uh, what was his father name? I should have checked it. It has mentioned in the. I had also forgot it in the very first shloka. Vajashravas. That's it. So there is a dilemma going on between the Yama, Lord Yam, and his disciple Nachiketa. And before meeting to the Lord Yam, Nachiketa asked these dilemmas to his father, Vajashravas, which is also known who is also known who is also famous with the name Uddalaka, also famous with the name Aruni and various other names on the basis of various qualities that he holds. Now Nachiketa, when meet Lord Yam, Nachiketa asks some questions, and Lord Yam feels that the question which Nachiketa is asking, these questions are really some sensitive questions which a child should not ask. A child is not supposed to ask some in-depth philosophical question and in short to say directly to the death. But instead of avoiding those childish behavior, Lord Jim was continuously trying to persuading the child to change his mind that he should not ask such question. But Nachiketa was very adamant in his behavior. So at the end, Lord Yum said that instead of doing these things, let's have some boons. I'm here to offer you three boons, Vardhanas. Have these boons. Anything which you want on earth, you will own everything, whatever you want to have. So Nachiketa asked the first boon as a Pitra Paritosha, that my father will be completely peaceful when I will get back to home, because Nachiketa also get the feeling that at the end Lord Yama is not being able to completely answer his all the questions, the quest which Nachiketa is having, the quest which Nachiketa is suffering from. So the first boon was he wants the Nachiketa wants the ultimate satisfaction of his father, that his mind must be cool and calm. Second boon Nachiketa asked to Lord Yama as that what is this Swargaprad Agni, the divine fire which is continuously burning, the divine flame of the heaven. I want to understand that, because after burning in that divine flame, all these human desires completely burnt out, all the human fears completely burnt out. After that, when human cross that divine flame of the heaven, they are not afraid of the death, they are not afraid of any hunger, any worry. People are not afraid of when they get to that divine flame. I want to understand what is the secrecy of the divine flame, Swargapradagini. I want to know. So your Lord Yama was trying to explain this, that as a second doom. And when he was explaining that, in that he's following the task of a master, and while Nachiketa is following the task of a good disciple, at that moment of time, Lord Yum completely felt that at that particular time, that whatsoever he is explaining to Nachiketa, Nachiketa is such a disciplined disciple that he is getting everything exactly, and he is repeating one after another what Lord Yum was explaining to him. After that, Lord Yum get very completely feel casuous to that child. They get completely surprised with the ability of that disciple. That Nachiketa is not only having a outwardly quest, but he's also having outwardly a source of concentration, outwardly understanding. He understands exactly what I said. It is very rare for other disciples to understand that the secrecy of the divine flame of the heaven. So Lord Yum said that although I explained I had promised you to give you three boons, and I have given you two boons, one boon is yet to given. I am further giving you another boon, which is fourth boon. One is yet to given, two has already been given. Now I am adding one further boon here, because I am happy with what you are doing, your capabilities, your understandings, your behavior. I also rarely found disciples like you, like Nachiketa. Then Lord Yum gave his father boon as that after this point of time, this divine flame of the heaven shall be known by your name. It shall be known after your name. That's why this divine flame of heaven is also called as Nachiketa flame, Nachiketa fire, the divine fire of Nachiketa or Nachiketa Agni. because Nachiketa had played such a great role in accepting this divine knowledge of that flame. That's why that knowledge is known after the name of Nachiketa. That is the power of a good disciple. If a disciple is really energetic, if a disciple has such level of concentration, such level of understanding, then the object completely get by self the new name of the subject. We are following a goal. We are having an object that we want to completely achieve it. But if we involve oneself completely in achieving that goal, then after achieving that goal, one become greater than the goal. It is not that the after achieving the goal that our value has increased. After achieving the goal, that the value of that goal has also increased. That's why he said that. Now we are moving to the exact word of the stroke number 16. It goes like Yama said that, Lord Yam said that. Original text has mentioned it in Sanskrit. तम ब्रवीत प्रियमाणो महात्मा वरम तवे हाद्य ददामि भूयः तवेव नाम्ना भवितायमग्निः श्रृंका चेमामनेका रूपाम ग्रहणाम ग्रहाण, which means that, yeah, Lord Yam is saying to his disciple Nachiketa, yeah, he said to him, gratified the mighty mind, the great one, yet a farther boon today I give thee, for by thy name shall the spar be called. This necklace also take a necklace of many figures. He's talking about two things basically. First thing, this fire shall be called by your name. This fire shall be called by your name. First thing. Second thing, accept this necklace of many figures. These two things are a matter of concentration in this talk, which Lord Yama is talking about. First thing first, why why Nachiketa has got such a boon? Why Lord Yama is saying that this fire, this secret knowledge will be known after your name? To understand this, let's take the example of a ritual. In our everyday life, we do a lot of rituals. Let's say rituals are a means. Rituals are not an end in itself. What is the end? We are continuously getting the rituals. We are involving oneself in the rituals to fulfill a subjective goal, to fulfill a goal which we want to achieve, which is different from that ritual. Ritual is a means to achieve an end. We made good amount of rituals. We made arrange several steps in that ritual that one will do in an arranged format. This After this we will do step 2, step 3, step 4, and after that. And rituals are a part of our social practices. Rituals are involved in our folklores, mores, practices, and things. Rituals are a part of our occasions, festivals. Rituals made our culture. Rituals tells us how to behave in the society, that one behavior is expected from you. You should behave this way. To fulfill that thing, to fulfill the part of our customs, our duties, a lot of cultural things, rituals are necessary. Why I am talking about rituals? To explain the phenomena of why Nachiketa is given the name of the fire of Nachiketa. Actually, it is indicating by the Lord Yama that it is indicating the event that Nachiketa is trying to achieve a goal. He is having one ultimate question in his mind. In the process of achieving that goal, Nachiketa is involved so much that Lord Yama asked him to follow some rituals in the form of boons he was giving to him. Even he knew that the ritual is not a goal in itself. Ritual is not a goal in itself. Goal is something else. Even by knowing that, he completely involved himself in the form of rituals whatsoever, whether rightly or wrongly, Lord Yama was teaching to him. Which means that to involve oneself in the ritual, even by knowing that this ritual is not the goal, this this proves that the disciple is completely filled with faith. Because if I am asking you, I need to get to Delhi, and and I am a person who is not completely who is not completely known to the transport system. I'm a person who has lived all his life in some caves, and I'm a wild man. And first time somebody said to me, I got some dream in my night. I got some dream when I was sleeping that I need to just go to Delhi. When I want to move to Delhi, I asked somebody that how could I get to there. Somebody told me that you need to get to a bus. I said that is bus a Delhi? Bus is not a Delhi in itself. But bus is a ritual, bus is a medium which could or which will definitely lead me to Delhi because I want to go there. So the Delhi is the goal and the bus is the ritual. But I am such an adamant person, I do not believe in rituals. I said that I completely want to just achieve that goal. Just give me Delhi now. Take me to Delhi now. I don't want to follow any buses. I wouldn't want to go for any trains or any flights. I do not want to follow any ritual. Believe me or not, that person is never going to get to Delhi because that person is not very adamant with his goal only. That person is so much egotistic in itself that he do not believe in itself. He does not believe in itself that something beyond his perception, beyond his system, beyond his mental construction exists. To believe in the form that somebody could take us to bus and bus could take us to Delhi, it requires a blind faith because without faith we can't get to any goal. Because from where you are getting a goal, you are getting a goal from your conditioning, from your background, from your all the things. But when you believe, when you have a faith and you are following a ritual with a pious mind, with a divine mind, then even that worthless ritual could take you to a worthful goal, which means sometimes rituals are important. In that manner only, Lord Yama is saying that you have understood this secret knowledge of the heaven so well that that you have involved yourself completely into it. Rather, your question was something different, but still you are believing in what I am trying to understand you, what I am explaining to you. That's why now, because you had so much faith in this ritual only would be called by your name, and that's why that sacred fire is called as Nachiketa's fire of heaven. Second thing that Lord Yama has said, that is, accept this necklace of thousand garlands. Necklace means simply, let me just make this thing very clear to you. When Nachiketa is running after a spiritual goal, a spiritual thing, a philosophical goal, when Nachiketa is so much concentrated, so much conscious about to know what is reality, how could one get to that? How could one understand that? How could one be aware about it? Whatsoever. We could fix this thing into any sentence, into any format, but the essence doesn't change. It remains always same. So when Nachiketa is being told by the Lord Yam that accept this necklace, it simply said that when you are about to achieve something higher, some lower gratifications or some lower pleasurous world attracts you very much highly, very much in a advanced sense. Because at that point when you are just about to achieve some state, when let's say not take the direct example of a spiritual world because that would be too much distant from us. Let's take some practical example which everybody could feel. Let's say you are let's say you are a disciplined person who loves to do workout. So to do a workout, you need to avoid junk foods. When you are doing so much workout that your body is about to become too much fit, now your body is about to be too much fit, uh, too much in a particular good shape. Just before achieving that shape, just because before achieving your particular goal which you are having, at that point of time, your tongue, your taste buds, and your all pleasurous senses in your body gets its highest form. Your sensitivity becomes too much higher that just before achieving that goal, if you are having junk food, you will get the best taste of it because your taste buds are crying for a long. Their sensitivity gets to its higher in the same manner in the spiritual world. When you're just about to achieve something higher, the lower pleasurables worlds attract you so high that it wants to involve you into itself completely. In the same manner, Lord Yama is saying, have this necklace. Necklace means basically now you are completely become sensitive. Now stop asking these questions. Now you are ready to have a lot of worldly things. Involve yourself into that. Don't go for a goal. Don't go for a higher thing. Lower things are better than that. So this was the whole system of stroke number 16. I will try to explain stroke number 17 in next video. In that case, when we are trying to understand it to the slope number 16, now slope number 16 will take us to the 17. In that there is a connection. The connection is that this is a system of slope number 16 in which we are discussing boom. Now when the Nachiketa will go for the third boon become quite complex in itself. So to understand that third boon, we need to be very much clear with the first and second boon, what Nachiketa was asking. First boon, he was asking something for his father. Second boon, he was asking something for the whole humanity. And third thing, he will ask something for the completeness, for the truth, for fulfillment. So Nachiketa is very calculative with his boon, whatsoever he is asking, his desiring. So we need to be get in touch with what Nachiketa is understanding, what Nachiketa is having when he is asking. Let's say somebody completely asks you today, what you want, immediately tell me something. If you will tell me, I will give it to you. At that point of time, we will completely get blank because we do not know what we want. That's why. So thank you very much for having your time.